What's cooking? Good looking. It's your girl, Tay Renee. I am Tay Renee, and welcome back to this channel that is mine, and I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about on this channel because it's mine. Yeah, so y'all saw about the title of this video. I am going to be giving you some budgeting tips for everyday working people. So if you got a bag already and you know how to manage your money, this video is not for you. So don't try to sit here and say what this. Please, this is just my opinion based off of the years of experience that I've had going back and forth with budgeting and whatnot and managing your money. And like I said, this is for the everyday working people who, just get paid every 2 weeks or even every week, from their jobs. I hope this is helpful for anybody, or at least one person, because I will say it works for me. Yeah. Before we get into the budgeting though, I just want to update y'all. As I think y'all noticed by now that I'm trying to lock my hair up. This is my starter locks. I don't know I'm doing that. I'm just gonna post some pictures right here. Yeah, real cute. Real cute. Real cute. Yeah, I first got that was my first official retwist. A young, beautiful lady by the name of Monet. The Baddie Bando is her Instagram tag. I will link it down in the description below. Is who did my hair, who put in this cute style. Now, yes, it's about a week old now, so yeah, it's looking a little rough, but baby, she slays. Okay, book her. She's in North Carolina, Cary, North Carolina, to be more specific. I also got a tattoo. Boom. Yeah, actually don't say anything about the fact that y'all just saw that I was in my boxers. Let's actually get into the real video. So like it, comment, subscribe to my channel. If you're not subscribed already, if you are subscribed already, thank you so much. Welcome back. I love you. Thank you. And if you aren't subscribed yet, I love you still. Thank you for watching. So I wanted to make this video to kind of help my fellow peers, people around my age. I'm 23, so if you're in my generation of people, I'm trying to do this to help the best way I can, help you manage your money a little bit better. Because yes, it's always good to spoil yourself. Don't get me wrong, you should spoil yourself, but at the same time, if you have goals and things that you have to prioritize, you got to learn how to prioritize your money. So sometimes spoiling yourself, if you don't have your priorities in check, you can't do that. So here are some of my tips for how you can budget and save and manage your money. First thing I would say, this is not really one of my tips, but it's an exercise that I did before I started my management of money process. This exercise is, so like for the first, or not for the first, but for 7 to 10 days or a week straight, keep every single receipt from every purchase that you make, right? Keep the receipt. If you go get gas, get the receipt. If you go out to eat, get the receipt. If you go buy, I don't know, a Slim Jim from the store, keep the receipt. If you go out to bowling, keep the receipt. Keep your receipts, right? And then once you keep your receipts, at the end of those 7 to 10 days, you look at your receipts and you separate them. And this is where you have to be really self-aware and be realistic with yourself, right? Separate your receipts into 2 stacks. Necessary purchases, unnecessary purchases. And then you add up the money between the 2 stacks, and that way you'll see what you're wasting, and well, not wasting, but I won't say wasting, but what you're giving more of your money to. Then for me, I started to realize that most of my money was going towards eating out when I have food at home, right? And don't get me wrong, this is not me saying that you don't need to eat out, that you need to, but it's the discipline that you have to not eat out as much, right? That would be an exercise that I suggest you do at the start of your budgeting or managing your money process, so that way you see where your money goes. Okay, here goes I have 7 tips written down for what I think would best help you manage your money, right? Okay, so tip number 1, I have it written down because I have to write down my stuff, because y'all know I will start going off and start talking about something completely off the wall if I don't have my notes. So here are my notes. So tip number 1, I would write down all of your major expenses and things that you want to save your money for. Examples: expenses meaning like bills, so your car payment, insurance, if you have finances on a couch, wow, I'll tell you, telling your business. But finances on furniture, or your internet services, or your water bills, right? Those are your expenses. And things that you're budgeting for, meaning if you're just for a savings account, right? If you just want to save money for a rainy day, that type of thing. If you are saving for a trip, if you're trying to save money for starting a business, right? Those are other things that you are budgeting for. I would write all of those down. Just make a list of those, right? Just make a list of them. Number 2 would be now to rank these items from least important to most important on a scale, right? So say you have 15 items written down on your list between your bills, your expenses, and things you want to save for. And you say you have 15, right? You're going to scale those from 1 to 15. 1 being the most important, 15 being least important. Not necessarily has to give money to that. You know what I'm saying? Most to least important. This also helps you prioritize. This is going to make sure, it's going to give you a visual. For me, I'm a visual learner. So if you are a visual learner as well, this will give you a visual to see dang, that is what I need to be prioritizing. These are the things I need to put first when it comes to my money, and things I need to put on the back burner. You have to be self-aware and realistic, right? Your phone bill is going to be more important than saving for a concert ticket. Number 3, write down a percentage from your most important to your least important, right? Give a percentage to each thing of how much you want to put money towards from your paycheck, right? So say you get paid $1,200 every 2 weeks from your job, right? Once you have your list of importance, you automatically give, you make your percentages. So you want to give 50% of your check to your rent, right? Then you want to do maybe 20% to water, power, your utility bills, if you have utility bills. And this all, again, is based on your needs, what you're saving your money for, what you're managing your money for. I personally don't have any rent bills anymore because I have moved back home, but I have car insurance, car payment, phone bill, and my financing on my couch. So those are my tops, right? So everything else gets a percentage based on that, if that makes sense. So yes, so once you put down your percentages, right, you want to give 30% of your check to this, 10% of your check to this, 5%, 2%, 1%, 5%, all that based on the importance of what, you need to manage your money with. So step number 4, and this is optional and preferential. I am someone, over time I've realized, when I have physical cash, when I have the paper dollar in my hand, I tend to not spend my money as quickly as if when I keep it on the card and I just be swiping that thing. I know I got $800 in that account. I just swipe, online purchase, and then all of a sudden I look at my bank account, dang, I only got $20 in that thing. But if I see my money, when I'm giving somebody cash, I see now that stack is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So for me, this is a optional or preferential tip. I take my deposits, anytime I get money deposited into my bank account, I take it out of the bank. Don't get me wrong, I do leave a few hundred. It depends on how much money I have in there. So it just depends on the time or whatever. I do leave money in the bank account, of course, just in case I do have to make an online payment because some payments I can't pay with cash or pay in person. So I do leave money in my accounts for online payments. But other than that, I will take my money out of the banks, and then I have these, right? So I have these little envelopes or zippy bags that I've labeled to separate my money into. Again, this is for me because I'm a visual person. If you are a visual person, this might help you as well. So I have 6 major envelopes where I'm separating my money based on my financial needs, and yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. So mine is separated from my gas, phone, car payment, car insurance, all my travel, and then savings, right? And then I also have one for my credit card, so that I'm able to pay my credit card bills. That's what I do to see my money and, you know, separate it out. If you leave your money in the banks, it's a little bit harder to see the percentage that you're putting into each thing, if that makes sense. At that point, you would just have to track, you know, yourself based on your spending. Like that was number 4, and that was an option. Now, tip number 5 is also a optional, but I promise you it is one of the best ways to run your savings account up quicker than you think. If you have money that can roll over, whatever that rollover money is, you put that automatically into a savings account. Automatic. You don't try to break that money up. No, you put all of what you had left over from the paycheck before into a savings account. And for me, that's like out of sight, out of mind. The money is in the savings. I don't touch it. I leave it alone, right? So say you, like I said, you had a $1,200 check, and by the time you got paid your next check, you still had $90 in that bank account, in your checkings account. Automatically, once you get paid and that direct deposit hits on, you know, your next paycheck, you take that $90 and you automatically you transfer it into your savings account. I promise you that will run your savings account up so quick. I promise you won't even realize, like, dang, you're gonna look back after, you know, 4 or 5 paychecks and be like, dang, I got like $600, $700, $800 in that in that savings account. Number 6, stay disciplined. Once you find a system that works best for you, or a system that you're trying out, stick with it. If you want to see your savings account grow, if you want to see that your money is being managed properly, and you know you're bringing in enough money to save for these things, stick to it. One thing that I used to do when I go through my savings and my budgeting like phases or whatever, is that once I saved enough money up for that one thing that I was saving for, boom, all of what I just did goes out the window. I go back to the bad spending habits. I go back to unnecessary purchases. So the tip number 6, stay disciplined. You have got to stay disciplined. It's really hard, you know, to stay disciplined, like when new shoes come out, or your favorite artist is going on tour, or your girls text you and they want to have a girls trip. It's really hard to do that. But at the same time, that's why you manage your money. You have a percentage of money that goes towards travel, that goes towards going out with friends, that goes towards buying shoes. You have to know yourself and know things that you like to do to spoil yourself. You have to be able to put money aside for those things and not go over, not dip into any other envelope or any other type of money that you're saving up for to pay for that thing, right? Discipline. That's probably the biggest tip I could give for budgeting and managing your money, is staying disciplined. And lastly, this is tip number 7. It's also just like a little pro tip. If you are going to be someone who keeps your money in the banks, I suggest to put it in a bank where your money is going to appreciate instead of just sit there, right? For me personally, I have 2 accounts. I have an account with Regions and I have an account with Navy Federal. And I'm really about to close my account with Regions and just put everything into Navy Federal, because I just use that account to put money in, because over the past 4 years that I've had that account, my money has appreciated in that. So I only started out with $5 in that account. of my own money. Just last month when I got my statement from them, I had $105 in that account. Yes, over 5 years, you're like, dang, you only got $100 over 5 years, but that's money that I didn't, like, it's just given to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Put your money in banks that where your money is going to appreciate. Now, Navy Federal is the only one that I know of because I've only experienced Navy Federal in Regions, and my money's sitting in Regions, baby, and it just sit there. I don't get no incentives for leaving money in the bank. No incentives, knowing that they're using my money to give to somebody else until it's time for me to use it. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what banks do. And if y'all don't know that, banks, your money is not your money because banks use your money and give it to other people. So those are my tips for managing / budgeting your money. If you have any suggestions or if you want to throw in some more comments on how you manage your money, just go ahead and comment below. This is a safe space. We're open to all positive criticism. Yeah, we don't do negativity on this page. Please don't comment. I don't get many comments anyway, but if you do comment under this post, under this video, don't comment anything negative. Don't say that's stupid if you buy it. It's stupid if you're buying gold jewelry. It's not stupid. Not stupid for the people that want gold jewelry. They just have to be able to manage their money. So it's all about prioritizing, staying disciplined, and being self-aware. If you don't think you're somebody that's spending money on necessary stuff, you have got to check yourself, because we all make unnecessary purchases often, more often than we think we do. Yeah, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, it's okay. I still love you. It doesn't matter, you know. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace to the Millie Disco Planet.